Hi, this is Christian Morgan. I know this is going to sound kind of messed up, but you know, I was awoken at 3 in the morning by the Almighty, and He would not allow me to go to bed until He said, "Look, you must tell the people of the world that the King of the East has arrived on Jerusalem. Kings of the East. Now, you might say I'm full of sight and sizes. You wonder what I mean. I'm going to give you a background of what I mean. Who is the land of the rising sun? Who has the quote unquote muscle to get this done? China. Think of the Belt and Road Initiative and all the different infrastructure, etc. projects that they are doing across the Middle East to get to a certain point. They're not doing much with the United States, but they're doing a lot with the Middle East, and etc. And then they're also doing some with the United States, but look at where they're buying at ports, why ports. And let's put a pin in that. I'll come back to it in a second. But getting back to the Middle East and all those countries that are linked, that are nearby China, they are going to go across that and start marching on Jerusalem at the appointed time. And you're wondering what the appointed time is. The appointed time is when the Euphrates River dries up. And it is almost dry to a point where it is passable by the kings of the east. Now, you can sit there and say, for water management, you can sit there and say all these different things. But why the Euphrates? Why that particular waterway? And what is underneath that particular waterway are the four angels that fell. And they were bound up for their appointed time. And it has been debunked that there are angels that are underneath the Euphrates. And I've seen those angels in my dreams. Those angels are real. And even in the physical world, I can see those angels, the clinking of the chain, the ungodly human, the ungodly human sound, non-human sound that is under the Euphrates coming up, but nobody thinks it is a Fort Geyser. Number two, with all the different prices, etc., everything that we have gone through to this point, it is a, pardon the pun, it is a time that has been set aside for each individual part of this orchestra. And what Jesus has pressed upon me in this dream, there's so much that you must tell my people to get ready because the food in the fridge will spoil when the power gets cut occasionally. You must tell them to get stable, shelf-stable food. You must give them a way to cook it to stay clean, but to keep quiet when the earth is stupid. When the earth gets stupid, you must tell them to only do it when necessary to help those in need. And the one thing he imparted on me that was most important, he is wise as a serpent, but as gentle as a dove. And I asked him why. Because you must tell them. That is how you will know that they are mine, that the ones you encounter. wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. I see people all the time talking about how God's not real, God's not real. God talked to me last night that He is real and He is speaking if you open your ears and open your eyes spiritually. He is speaking and speaking loudly for His children. He has warned me, get basic necessities, get them ready for the Joseph model. Tell them to keep warning them until your appointed time, etc. You must warn them and keep warning them every day. Because those angels that are underneath the Euphrates are real. And they will take out a fourth of the earth. A fourth, just like famine, plague, etc. All of it, these conditions are being set up. This is not a joke. This is real. And if you were to look at the biblical end of time and current day, it is real. It started roughly about 85 when the Chernobyl power plant exploded and sent all that radio activity into the air and pretty much irradiated a large chunk of Europe. What I'm saying to you, you must get these people ready, as the Lord told me. You must tell them if they do not get ready. And He also said one other distinct thing that you must impress upon them. As things get ready, you must say to them that this tribulation nonsense, that's a nonsense, because I know the end game now. These Christians that are counting on the rapture to happen, you must tell them it is up to me to get them out. They must not depend upon signs. They must look upon me. They must use the signs as a roadmap. You must tell them that. But if they do not, if they depend upon this sign or that sign, you must tell them, depend upon me. I will pull them out at the time of my choosing. I will pull them out. That's why God the Father said, the day or the hour. It is up to me. It is not up to man to know. You are to read the signs like a forecast or a roadmap. That is it. Nothing more. It is not pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib. You must tell them, when I come to them, they will know it. That the ark is open right now. But the door will be shut soon. And you must impress upon them in urgent. So the five that are foolish and the five that are wise. The wise prepare. It has a deeper meaning. The ones that prepare with the olive oil and the oil to make their lamps shine bright, you must make them understand. Five of the fools that went to go get olive oil to come back with their lamp shine, the door will be shut. And those who are foolish will not prepare. This has been a preparedness model, just like Joseph. It has been preparing people for what is to come. They must go through this. That's why I sent you here. That's why I gave you a understanding of computers. You must let them know what is to come. You are to bear witness, and I will sustain you to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my ability. He is telling me this in succession that he will not let my spirit rest until I let them know. Until he says, let them know. Now now you will say, now how will I say this to him? I asked him, he said, look, the people that take this in will see it and hear it as if it were coming from me. Others will scoff. Others will say, oh, this will not happen. this is not going to happen. It's climate change or it's some other explanation. But I'm telling you, this is happening, whether you like it or not. And you must understand, if you do not do the justice model, you will perish. And that's all I will say right now. And I will keep coming to you with more. Thank you.